OMG, welcome back to my channel. So excited that you are here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate you. It's Jody Dunn. It's been a while since I filmed an intro like this. You see Clarky in the background. We're in the school pickup line getting ready to pick up the girls. He comes with me every day, don't you, Clarky? Yes, you do. And I thought I would just film my intro for this week's video. If you are new and you just found the channel, so happy that you are here. Would you please say hello to me and let me know that you are new? Right down there, I would love to welcome you to the channel and say hello back to you. And if you are already subscribed, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming back to another video. So I'm gonna be working on kind of a bathroom project today. It's 81 degrees today. Hallelujah. I am so happy to have some warm Michigan weather. And I would much prefer to be working outside, but y'all know, I got the poison ivy. It's been almost 4 weeks now, and it's still not all the way gone. It's a lot better, but I still, like almost every night, I'm waking myself up because I'm itching. So anyways, I feel like we're finally breaking the hump of that. And I did contact a company that is coming out in late May that does poison ivy control or any of the poisonous plants. They do the removal and getting rid of them. So I have them coming at the end of May, hoping and crossing my fingers that we can get it taken care of soon so that I can get to working outside and get the backyard cleaned up. So anyways, we're going to be working on a project in the bathroom today because there's some things that really needed to be fixed. And I decided I'm going to tackle it this week. I want to give you a heads up. I will most likely, I'm 99% sure, I will not be posting a video next week. Viviana, my middle daughter, is going to Washington for a school field trip, and I'm going with her, which I'm super excited. I've never been to Washington, so I'm super excited to do that. Grayson went when she was in high school, my oldest daughter. She didn't want me to go with her, which that was totally fine with me. Viviana, I knew she'd want me to go with her. It's gonna be amazing. Not super looking forward to I'm not sure how many hours, 14-hour bus ride that it takes to get there. And, you know, I've gone to the meetings and everything, and it sounds like we'll be doing about 8 to 10 miles of walking a day, that'll be great. We're all going to be exhausted. So anyways, I'm going to be gone, and I won't have time to film a video. I have nothing pre-filmed, so you're not going to get a video from me next week. I'm sorry. I know you understand. I've had my channel for, it's been like, I can't remember now, 18, 19 months now, and I've never missed a week of posting. So I will be missing a week. So thank you for your understanding. I'll see you the following week with something hopefully really good. But that's it. Just wanted to pop in and say hi, give you a little update, and we're going to get to working on this week's project. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you so much. Let's get into the bathroom. All right, we're going to do a few things in today's video, but we're going to start off in my girls' bathroom, which needs to be cleaned. Their shower, it needs a mother's clean, if you know what I mean. Donna Jean, y'all know. I don't know if you're going to get to see Donna Jean in this video. I can't think if she made an appearance or not. Anyways, the bathtub needs to be cleaned bad. She cleaned out her bathroom closet. Oh my gosh, she did like a phenomenal job. I'm going to try to remember to insert a clip. It looks so fantastic. She'll just randomly do little cleaning things. But the shower, the girls do not really clean this all that often, and it needs a good deep cleaning because there's a couple of things in here I need to fix, but I wanted to get it clean first. I've had this hair trap over the drain for a very, very long time, years now, and we need it because Donna Jean has a lot of hair, so I'm going to clean this out real quick. And it does a pretty decent job.
That's a hair catcher. You don't want that. It's gross. Now, it has Donna Jean's hair in there. Maybe some of your hair, too, from when you get a bath. What do you think? What do you think, Clarky? What do you think?
Of course, Clark is by my side. I thought I'd take one of these little things down the drain too, because that little hair catcher does not catch everything. And I got a little bit more out of the drain. I thought I would be proactive before it starts clogging up. I think there might be more down there, but this is what I could get for today, and at least I got a little bit of it out of there. And while I was doing that, I noticed how dirty the drain cover is. It's very, very tarnished, so I better give that a good scrub as well. To make this job way, way easier, I'm going to use my electric spin brush by Vac. You guys have seen me use this before. I've talked about in a lot of videos my cordless vacuum from them that I love. Well, I love this tool as well. It just really cuts down on the bending you have to do. I'm very short, so it helps me reach high up. It's electric, so you got to charge it, but there's no cord to it. So I'm just going to take some scrubbing bubbles. The bathtub is not horrible. It just needs, a regular cleaning. And I love this tool because, like I said, I can get way up high and don't have to worry about, I used to get a chair, which is really not safe, and put it in the bathtub so that I could get real high up. And I've tried a couple of these types of tools before that I ended up sending back because they did not work good at all. So super impressed with this one. I will leave the link down in the description box if you want to check it out and make cleaning your bathrooms just way, way easier. So once I get this bathtub all cleaned up, I have two things in here that I need to fix. One of them is the tub stopper. Like if you want to take a bath, I don't know what else it would be called, the tub stopper, I guess. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked for a while. And normally, to be honest with you, none of us take baths. I don't enjoy baths, so I haven't taken a bath in literally years. And now that my girls are older, they always shower. So it really is not a problem. And I could just buy one of those stoppers that you put down in the drain to hold the water if I really wanted to. The only time it's been an issue is I had my grandkids, I had EJ one night, and I wanted to give him a bath, and the tub doesn't hold water, so I couldn't give him a bath. I do have a couple of spots in the grout where the grout has worn away, so I'm going to try to address that. But also some of the grout lines need a good deep scrubbing here. So I'm just going to attach a different head to this awesome tool, which is like a crevice head, and that gets right in the grout line super duper easy. So anyways, I'm going to attempt to fix the stopper and see if I can fix it. I watched a couple of YouTube videos because you can basically learn how to do anything on YouTube. And I think it'll be fairly inexpensive to do it. I really didn't want to call a plumber to do that. And, I've just been way more into getting things fixed that have been broken in my house over the past year. It just brings me a lot of pride to be able to do that. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to fix it because I'm not certain of what the problem is, but I'm going to attempt it. And I know I've said this before, but it's crazy to me what decluttering my house has done. And I was trying to do this, and then I was like, Jody, take the extendable wand off of this and make it more like a handheld so you're not reaching so far. Anyways, I'll leave my decluttering playlist down in the description box if you want it. It took me about a year to declutter my house. And now that we live in a fairly clutter-free, we still have clutter, but fairly clutter-free home, I just want everything to look good. And there's a couple of things in this bathroom that don't look good or don't work, and I want them to look good and to work. And it's crazy to me to look back on the things that I would have never even attempted to fix because I didn't know how. And for the most part, I don't let the I don't know how scare me away anymore. I'm going to try to figure it out. If I can't figure it out, I'll get help. But at least I'm going to attempt it. So we're going to attempt to fix the broken stopper. And I have a pretty bad, pretty bad caulk job in this tub that needs to be redone. So that I know for sure I can do, although I was not anticipating the amount of work it was going to take me to do it. It took me a lot of work. You guys saw my friend Kathy in the last video. She's pretty much painted my whole house for me. So she removed all of the wallpaper in this room, in the girls' bathroom, and painted. And the caulk it was really, really old, and it was, getting moldy, and it looked terrible. So she said she would do that for me, which was great. And she did, except for she used latex caulk in here, and as soon as it got wet, even I had my girls not use this bathtub for, I think, 5 days, and it just all peeled up. And at the time, some of you had suggested, oh, you need to put water in the tub to weigh it down. If you have a fiberglass tub, you might have to do that. This is one of those heavy-duty cast iron tubs that weighs a ton. So that's not necessary. It just needed to be silicone caulk. And so somebody, I'm not going to name any names, but somebody in the house did it. And it looks horrible. Remember I showed you this drain? Oh my gosh, I put some Barkeeper's Friend on it. Let's take a look at what it looks like. I didn't even realize it was gold. I did not even realize. Look at that. It just cleaned up real nice with Barkeeper's Friend and my electric spin brush. And yep, Clark is still here.
Clarky, what you doing? Watch your mama clean. You little boy, you just got your haircuts, didn't you?
All right, so everything's all fresh and clean. And so now I can get to the big job of trying to fix a couple of things in here just to make them look better. So this is the caulk job around the faucet here, which isn't even the worst of it. I mean, it works. It does what it needs to do. It stops the water from getting anywhere. But oh boy, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So I'm going to attempt to fix this today. I mean, if you like the look of caulk running all over the bathtub and all the way up the tiles, more power to you. I personally don't like that look. I feel like it looks very messy. And certainly not that I'm trying to look like a professional, but I want it to look a little bit cleaner with cleaner lines than that. And this was the reason it took me 2 hours. 2 hours to get this caulk up because there was so much of it. And like I said, it was along the bathtub and it was all the way up on the shower tiles. I have this awesome caulk removing tool. I got it from Amazon. I'll link it down below. It really was a helper. I don't know if using a straight razor blade would have been easier. I don't think so because this has like a curved blade almost on each side. So I was able to get up onto the tile to remove the excess caulk and on the bathtub itself to remove the excess caulk. But because it was so thick, it took me 2 hours. And my thumb from the pressure trying to get it all off was very sore. And I didn't even get it all. I really wanted this to look just perfect, which, we should never be striving for perfection. We should just be striving for progress. But because there was so much, there were just little spots. I was so done with scraping it. So eventually one day when I'm like, oh, I can still see a little bit on the tile, I'll scrape a little bit more off or something like that. But I got it as best as I could in the 2 hours that I worked on it. And I got probably 95% of it off. So the job is not going to look exactly perfect because there are still a little bit of remnants of the old caulk left. but it's going to look a heck of a lot better. I think this is going to be the third thing ever in my life that I have done caulking on. The first thing was my shower, which the caulk in my shower was very old. It came up very, very easily. And I was dang impressed with myself at the job I did in my bathroom. So if you're nervous at all to do caulking because you've never done it before, I promise you it is not hard. And I'm going to give you a little bit of tips as I work through this because, again, third time only ever doing it. I'm not a professional caulker, but I have learned a couple of things just in a little bit that I've done to make it a little bit easier. Now, when I first started scraping, that is one thing you have to be careful not to scrape your tiles in your tub. And I did scratch my tub a little bit when I was trying to get my groove of how to use that tool the most efficiently. I'm just going to take some pink stuff. I love the pink stuff. And see if I can get those couple of scrape marks out. I think I can. Usually the pink stuff works really well on things like that. So I'm scrubbing it right now and it is coming up beautifully. There we go. Scratch is gone. Magic eraser might have also done that. Possibly even the barkeeper's friend. But I just grabbed the pink stuff because I know it takes scratches out super easy. All right, it's actually the next day. I was so tired of scraping. I had a little bit left of the tub. And then I'm going to scrape this off, which this actually peeled off really easily. And then we're going to get to the fun part of making it look just a little bit prettier while having the caulk on to do its job of protecting the areas so that water does not get inside of the tiles. Okay, first tip, caulk is super messy. First thing I pulled out, way too much. As long as you work fast, you can just wipe it all away. So that's kind of the cool thing about caulk. I highly recommend getting a caulk gun that is a no drip, which I did not get that because I didn't know. And this is only the second time I've ever used a caulk gun before. But you just have to go slow. And I just do small sections at a time. I like using a wet finger, but you can also use a wet paper towel or a wet cloth. They both work just to kind of blend it in. And I don't mean sopping wet. I mean like just damp. Like your towel should not be dripping. But again, I like using a wet finger. I just kind of wet my finger a little bit and that works as well. I don't think there's any right or wrong way to blend it in as long as you're getting the protection that you want from the caulk and it looks the way you want it to look. So I would love to hear what you are working on right now. Definitely feel free to share any projects you're working on in your house, decluttering, cleaning, spring cleaning. I got to get to some more spring cleaning. Do you have any room makeovers happening? Whatever you want to share, feel free. I always love hearing what you guys have going on and cheering you on because it always just feels so good to do little upgrades or clean an area or declutter an area. It just makes the house feel more peaceful. I'm going to give you a real-time, not sped up clip here just to show you how slow I personally go. Again, not an experienced caulker, so somebody that's more experienced probably goes a lot faster than me. But if you're nervous to do this at all, I'm just going to show you. This is literally how slow I go. And I only do it in small sections because it does dry. I mean, you have like a couple of minutes, but it dries pretty quick. That you saw right in the very beginning, I globbed out way too much. I was able to wipe it all right away super duper quick. So this is literally how slow I go. And even going that slow, like the caulking itself took me 20 minutes. And you can see I do a super thin layer. I'm barely pressing down on the trigger of the gun. And then again, just take a very damp paper towel, microfiber cloth, whatever kind of cloth you want to use, or your finger. Like, that looks so good. And then I take my wet paper towel if I see any edges that I see a little bit of caulk up on the tile where I didn't want it. I just wipe that away. And you can see a couple of remnants from all the scraping I did to get the old caulk off that I peeled away right here. And because redoing this tile is not in the budget right now, I'm just going to take the caulk on a couple of spots where the grout has worn away, and I'm going to fill those in. So at least I'm giving it some protection now until we are ready to do something with this bathroom. It's probably not even hard to re-grout, not something I've ever done. And just while I had the caulk out, I decided let me just fill those holes with the caulk right now. So this isn't a super exciting update or job to do. However, it's these little touches. Caulk makes a humongous difference. And it's these little touches that just make your house feel better. So I hope, if anything, this inspires you. If you see something around your house that you just don't love the way it looks, to maybe tackle it. And especially if it's a small thing like caulking, it just makes a world of difference. 2 hours of dang scraping, about 15 to 20 minutes, and I am finished caulking. I just wanted to show you again. Again, it's not going to look perfect because I didn't get every last little remnant of all of this caulk that was on here. But this is what it looked like before. You can see the caulk spilling all the way onto the bathtub, all the way up the tile. And although not perfect, it is definitely progress in my book. Looks so much better. Oh, the corners were hard because those were really glopped with a lot of caulk. That was harder to get off, but super duper happy I finally tackled this because it's been like this for quite a while, and it just looks so much better now to me. All right, I ran to Ace and I grabbed a new faceplate and the weight because I'm not sure what the problem is of why this won't go down. And as I was worried, they're all rusted and they're definitely stripped. So I'm having trouble getting the screws out. A lot of you have told me use a rubber band. That helps to get screws out. I watched a video how to get stripped screws out. There was like 4 or 5 different hacks I saw. So I'm trying the rubber band right now, which unfortunately is not, it didn't work. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. I'm sure it does work sometimes when the screws are stripped, and probably would be easier if this was something that wasn't on the side like this. In the video I watched, the guy said, take a hammer and tap on it. It might loosen the screw up. That didn't work. Another hack, spray WD-40 on it, let it soak. I'm going to get the girls from school, so I'm going to spray this on there, go pick them up. I'm back. That didn't work. I actually tried that a couple of times. I sprayed it again and let it sit, but unfortunately that was not loosening it up either. I'm trying the rubber band again. I just kept trying anything I could think of. And I've mentioned this in videos before, but I've never used the cordless drill. I've been a little intimidated by it. I know that might sound silly to somebody that's used one, but I've never used one. So I decided, you know what? Today's the day to learn how to use the cordless drill. I'm going to see if I put it in reverse, will that work? I even found a Phillips head actual screwdriver, the kits that come where you can put the screwdriver size in to change it. I found one that fit perfectly inside these screws and latched that into the cordless drill to try to reverse it out. That didn't work. So when my husband got home, he's definitely stronger physically than I am. I said, can you try this? He couldn't get it either. He said, it's stripped. I said, yeah, I know. I know it's stripped. He even went to the store and bought one of those kits, which one of the videos I watched said the kits don't work good at all to remove strip screws, and that didn't work. All right, we're just going to move on to my next project, which is fixing this chair. My dining room set is like 50, 60 years old. There's Clark. And this chair's broken, and if I don't fix it, it's going to continue breaking. So I'm just going to glue something in. While I was at Ace, I grabbed a clamp, and we're going to glue this in, and hopefully it sticks. If you have any tips for removing stripped screws, I really didn't want to have to call the plumber, but I might have to now if I want to fix that. Definitely leave them below. Tips that I haven't already tried, obviously. This is a whole video packed full of firsts for me. So again, I hope it inspires you to do something that maybe you were thinking, well, I don't know how to do that, so I can't do that. Never removed caulk like that before. I have caulked before. This is my first ever clamp that I've ever owned. I'm gluing some furniture together. And I know it's little teeny, but it feels good to do things that you've never done before. So I'm going to clamp this in place. And I'm just going to let it set overnight. In last week's video, I showed you I got some tulips. And thank you to all of you that left me comments telling me, because I asked, can I plant, like the flowers are dying. Tulips don't last long. Do I plant these now? I know you're supposed to plant bulbs in the fall for tulips, but, you know, can I do something with this now? And you guys were like, yes, just go ahead and plant it, even with the flowers dying and falling off. And then they will most likely come back next year. So that's what I'm going to do. And it kind of was falling apart when I tried to pull it out of here. But I made sure that I got each bulb buried in the ground. And I do need to get some like bulb feeder. So I guess, I don't know, it feels a little weird planting a dead flower. But I wanted to come back next year. And you guys said that should do the trick. We are almost finished with the video today. I have a couple of updates that I want to share with you towards the end, which is coming soon. But I want to thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I appreciate you. If you caught last year's makeover of this area, you know it was overrun with weeds. We did lay down some weed barrier and then put mulch over it. And that worked really. I didn't pull any more weeds last year. They're starting to sprout up a little bit. There's not very many. So while I'm out here, I'm just going to go ahead and quickly remove the few weeds that I see. And that'll be it for weed removal today. And I got a nice big handful of weeds and got them all up. All right, let's get to a couple of updates. All right, so we've got my lily coming up. Viv got me that for Mother's Day years ago, like it was like a school thing. And my husband broke it last year, so it didn't flower for very long, but it came back so happy. And then we're going to see if the tulips come back next year. So thank you for all of you that told me plant it right now while the flowers, even if they're dying, are still on there. And then hopefully it'll just... Some of you said it'll even spread, which would be amazing. All right, I got to show you this because I don't know. I'm a little worried about my tree. I mean, I have 50 million trees in the backyard. You can see they all have leaves on them now. You know, we're into May here, so they're all blooming except for this one. Well, yeah, it does have some way on the top. Maybe I need to get some of these tree branches trimmed. Anyways, I'm a little worried about this guy. He's my favorite. I think it's like a purple maple or a red maple or something. It has the most beautiful fall colors, and it's not doing anything. It was in full bloom last year, no issues. And remember, I told you we had the well issue. The well broke, and they had to come out and fix it, which I have a mess here that we'll have to clean up soon, now that it's warm enough. I can't imagine this. Obviously, they had to cut some things to get to the well to replace it, that this would do it, but I maybe this is a late bloomer. Heavens, it's so nice out. The motorcycles are out. I love motorcycles, by the way. I grew up on a Harley. My dad always had a Harley. I was on a Harley by the time I was 2 years old. Anyways, I can't imagine that did it. I don't know. I'm going to have to Google it now if it's a late bloomer. So anyways, I'm worried about my maple tree out here. Well, Clark and I are in the backyard. I thought I would, even though I can't work out here right now, I thought I would give you an update on the backyard. Because, you know, I already showed, let's go check. I'm not touching anything. I already told you that the poison control, they're coming at the end of May. Holy gamoly. Look at that baby. Look at that hosta. Wow. You guys, in like 2 weeks, look at how beautiful it turned out. I don't even remember this, probably because it was buried in all of the junk. These things must be the hardiest things ever. I probably shouldn't even be stepping in this area. Dang it. I better wash these dang shoes now. Anyways, you already know we got the big, it's a mess back here because of all the leaves, and I'm not touching anything because of the poison ivy, but I just thought I would show you. It really truly goes beyond the leaves. I'm just exposing it all now. There he goes with that dang ball. All right, here we go. You can see all the leaves, but that isn't even all of the issue. You can also see, look at all these dang trees that have just grown for I don't know how many years now that we haven't bothered to cut them down. We didn't plant these trees. It does provide, like I said, a nice privacy. There's so many little trees we have to cut down. My friend's mom said she calls them the S-word trees. I won't say that word in case any kids are watching. Because she said the birds poop, and then I don't know if that's true or not. But anyways, look at, like, I got all, you know, I don't want that there. I don't even know what it is. It's so many trees that we didn't even plant because we never dug them up. So anyways, all right. There's the update on the backyard. It's looking bad. It's looking bad. And I'm at a halt right now. Hopefully soon. Okay. Oh, sorry, Clocky.
Yay! It's fixed, Crocky. It's fixed. It's fixed, Crocky. Are you so excited? Come here. The chair is fixed. Are you so excited? Me and Clocky are excited. The chair's fixed. Oh. Finger got stuck in your hair. Sorry.
All right, I'm going to wrap up the video, and I wanted to take a moment to say Happy Mother's Day to any of the mothers. I know you're seeing this after Mother's Day, but I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope it was relaxing and you got to spend some time with your kids or grandkids. My husband surprised me with some beautiful flowers, and I'm so excited because this is a fuchsia, and it's like my favorite kind of hanging plant. And I couldn't find any last year. So I'm excited for that. And these calla lilies are gorgeous. Should I plant these in the ground? I'm not, will they come back? Are they like stargazer lilies? Are all the lilies, do they all come back? Anyways, let me know. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day or week. And remember, I won't see you next week, but I'll see you the following week for a brand new video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.